Welcome back to EXPGamers. We're in a crevice and a crater.
Oh man,
looks tough.
no.
Oh, that wasn't too bad.
It knocked me down 8 times playing that at home.
Oh yeah?
I think it's just because I've been laughing so hard I just don't give a fuck. So I just kind of ran through. I got tears in my eyes. I was really sad before this, and now I'm like...
Feeling better?
I'm feeling a hell of a lot better, guys.
Oh. Okay, there is
Jen's gonna get a kick out of that when she
Jen, if you're getting a kick out of this, give us a thumbs
If you didn't laugh at that, I don't understand, because that was good stuff.
No, but there's still one more thing I want to clear up about the Gremlins thing, alright? Let's say...
This is the Gremlins trilogy of our EXPGamers.
Let's say the Gremlins need sustenance to survive. Let's just go ahead and agree with that, okay? For whatever reason, they need stuff to survive. The 3 basic things that something needs to survive, and I shouldn't say that because that's wrong in certain series. What is that, Musashi there?
That's Zach. This is major plot stuff that we're talking about Gremlins over.
Wait, that doesn't look anything like Zach.
This is what he originally looked like.
That's what he looked like?
They made him look. So notice how Zach came in with Cloud's sword and his exact outfit. This is when you really start to question what the fuck's going on.
I'm sorry, anyway, back to Gremlins here.
Okay.
Okay. Let's say for whatever reason that they need sustenance to survive. Okay? There are 2 basic things. 2, not 3, 2.
2.
That everything on Earth needs to survive. Okay?
Yeah.
A, food. Okay? Wherever you get that food, photosynthesis, whatever. Fuck it, whatever.
Yeah. Nourishment.
B, water.
I live without water every day.
Okay.
I don't drink it. Obviously, I bathe, folks, but I don't drink
Here's
it.
my predicament. Here's why I think a gremlin doesn't need food or water to survive. Let me tell you why.
Why?
What if you were to give a gremlin a cup of water?
It would drink it and multiply.
Would it multiply from the inside? When water touches it on the outside, it grows little lumps and the lumps fly off. If the water's in its belly, how is it would multiply in the belly?
Then it would explode and die.
That's what I'm thinking. So it doesn't need water to survive. It doesn't need liquid.
It can still drink liquid.
Did you ever see it drink liquid?
No. Maybe.
All liquid is made out of water, technically. There's H2O particles in every liquid.
Ever?
Yeah.
Vodka?
Probably.
Could gremlins drink vodka?
I'm sure there's some H2O in vodka. H2O particles.
Okay, well then...
So if they don't need water to survive, then they wouldn't need food either, necessarily.
They need something.
Well, who says that? Who says that they need something?
I think everything, whether it's asexual or it eats or makes its own food, it needs some sort of nourishment to live.
I'm sure there are plenty of creatures and monsters and things.
No, because
even
even tiny plankton and particles eats other tiny particles to live.
Do gremlins eat gremlins?
No. Maybe. No.
And here's the other thing.
Everything needs something in its body.
Okay, hang on. Here's the other thing that's really we're getting way off subject too. We keep calling them gremlins. They're not gremlins. Talking about mogwai. Okay.
Why did they call the movie Gremlins? If that's not what they are.
Because when a mogwai eats food, it becomes a gremlin.
But only when it eats food after midnight.
Only after when it eats food after gremlin. But yes, so we're talking about the mogwai more than the gremlins. So every time we said gremlins, we meant mogwai. I apologize. Really, because we only ever see one mogwai. One true, original mogwai. Last of the mogwai.
But we saw the gremlins when they were mogwai first.
Yes, exactly. So
for a little bit.
You saw multiplications of the one, but there's always never been that original one. And there's only ever been one female gremlin / mogwai. You never see the female as a mogwai, but you see a female as a gremlin. There is a one single female gremlin throughout both movies.
Was that the gremlin that was Gizmo the first, or was that
Gizmo was the only mogwai you've ever seen.
Okay, so he was the original thing that the Chinese guy gave.
Right.
And
it's always ever been Gizmo.
And from him came all these other things.
Right.
And then why did one of them just randomly be a female?
That's what I'd like to know. But it was clearly a female. It was more of a running joke, but it had boobs, it had feminine looks to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, now that you say that, I think I remember that.
So the Gremlins may have gender, but they don't need gender in order to reproduce. A male and a female don't have to get together to have Mogwai babies.
Yeah.
They literally need water.
Now that we calmed down and actually stopped and thought about it rationally, none of it makes any fucking sense.
Thank you, Steven Spielberg, for being a dick.
The whole movie is one big giant plot hole. Did they fucking get high and just think about this cool little idea and then not plan it out and just did it?
It's a Spielberg movie, isn't it?
Spielberg movies make sense. Yeah, I'm not. Don't quote me. I'm not 100% sure. But now that you say that, I think Steven Spielberg did it.
Well, because now the more I think about it, if Spielberg's the one who did it, isn't it just a ripoff of Jurassic Park?
Gremlins came out Did Gremlins come out in the 80s?
Jen, show us the chronological order of Gremlins and Jurassic Park. I want all of them. I want Gremlins 1, Gremlins 2, Jurassic Park 1, 2, 3.
I can show you Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park, 1993. Jurassic Park 2, 1997. Jurassic Park 3, 2001.
Is he correct?
Yes. Gremlins, I want to think maybe the first one came out in the 80s? I want to think it's an 80s movie. I don't know about both, but I think
keep talking. I have the Blu-ray. I want to see.
Will it say the date? Because not every movie says the date on the back.
Probably, more than likely.
1983. Actually, no. 1988. I'm going to say 88. That's my guess. 1988. Is it right? I have no fucking idea. I haven't seen that movie since I was a kid.
Okay, Gremlins. The original Gremlins, 1984.
I said 83 first. I should have went with that.
And then Gremlins 2 was 1990.
I know that I liked 2 better than 1, even though I can't remember it. Because 1's the only one...
2 is really good. 1 is not good. 2 is amazing.
1 is the only one they ever fucking play on TV.
Yeah.
Ever. They never play Gremlins 2, and I don't have the movie, so I'm like... But I know as a kid, I thought it was cool. Yeah, I think I remember Gizmo getting all badass.
Yeah, Gizmo gets badass. And the thing that was cool about Gremlins 2 is they expanded the universe, and then they just kind of well, fuck it. Because what they did was they started genetically altering the Gremlins. The Gremlins got a hold of DNA. So there was a spider gremlin. There was a flying gremlin. There was, you know what I mean? They had different. There was a talking gremlin.
Yeah.
And they expanded the universe so much, and then they just... The thing with every Gremlin, the 2 Gremlin movies that were created, are all the Gremlins get killed, and you go back to just having one Mogwai. First movie, they kill all the Gremlins and leave just Gizmo.
Mm-hmm.
Second movie, they get Gizmo, he gets multiplied by accident, and they kill all the Gremlins except for Gizmo.
Gizmo was the only smart Gremlin that's because I remember the first one, he went to feed... He went to feed him because I think that his clock was wrong. That's why he fed them. But Gizmo just knew, and he's no, he didn't want to eat. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? He just fucking knew. And everyone else didn't give a fuck. They were just hungry, like that fucking Mohawk dude.
Yeah.
The Mohawk dude. I think the Mohawk dude knew it was gonna happen. He's yeah, let's do this, bitch.
Well, here's the other thing that kind of threw me a roof for Gremlins 2. The multiplied Mogwai that come off of Gizmo are really crazy different personalities that Gizmo doesn't normally show.
Yeah.
There's the pushy boss, there's the hungry one, there's the crazy, Jen's favorite, our editor's favorite, the crazy one. He's just Wah! He's just a crazy, Donnie-like character from Wild Thornberrys type of guy. Just all bouncing around all over the place. And it's stuff you don't see in Gizmo, and a lot of people think, well, maybe the when the Mogwai reproduce, they emit those feelings, and those feelings are separate, personalities of the Mogwai.
That makes a little bit of sense.
I'll tell you what still doesn't make sense, though. I know they did it as a joke, but Spielberg left himself open to ridicule now because you had one female over hundreds of males. We're talking like a Smurf scenario here.
Mm-hmm.
Because now here's a question that an age-old question that people have been wondering: how do Smurfs reproduce? There's only one female Smurf populating a whole group of males. Some people believe Smurfs lay eggs. Are they mammals? Papa Smurf has a beard. Does that make him a mammal?
Better than the alternative, because I'd hate to see kids watch a show where it is implied that everybody gangbangs Smurfette.
Yes! That's what I'm trying to tell you, man!
Passed around.
Oh!
I never got into Smurfs.
Do you ever see any Smurf children?
I was going to ask you, I'm like, do we ever see...
Isn't there a baby
new
Smurf?
Smurfs get created? Like, are there baby Smurfs?
I thought there was a baby Smurf.
Or, like, were they all just one group created somehow... And that's all there's ever been, and they've lived in harmony. Just that one group,
and
they never
small group.
Only
of Smurfs.
One generation.
Yeah, but they grow old because Papa Smurf's old. He has an old beard.
And there are younger Smurfs than Papa Smurf.
Yeah,
dude, they tapping that ass, man. Smurfette's getting passed around.
I mean, how else? You have no other females in that group.
Why did they want to do that? Why did they think when they're making characters for Smurfs? That,
well, Smurfs isn't even an American show. It's some sort of foreign show, Norwegian or something.
Well, then Norwegians are weird. You couldn't have created more girl Smurfs? Like, what? I don't get it. That's silly.
I don't know. We're probably thinking too much into it, but it's neat to talk about. It's a thing that, like...
The Gremlins trilogy of EXPGamers.
And /Smurf/
like, and what is really funny is that this is a really big major plot point of the game, and we've been talking about Gremlins.
Are we close to a save point? The only reason I ask is we are running a little bit into time.
I know
here.
that. I'm clicking past this as fast as I can. I'm trying to remember.
I mean, the only other thing is we could do is try to figure out where we were, and then like load the last save point.
Nothing happens. We don't fight any battles.
Yeah.
We just.
Why don't we leave it right here?
All right.
And then when
we'll leave it here.
Yeah, and then next time we'll get right back.
We don't
to
want the laptop to overheat. We don't want to lose footage that we have. We definitely. It's not enough to risk another 10-minute segment.
No.
And I honestly want to watch what the fuck last 2 episodes we just did in its entirety, because it really made me laugh.
So next time on EXPGamers we might talk about
the actual game.
Well, the actual game, but since we're on Smurfs and everything else, I want to talk about Fraggle Rock and the Snorkel people. You want to talk about Snorkel people? I'll look it up and we'll talk about.
From the Muppets is the Fraggle Rock people, right?
Yeah.
Down Fraggle Rock.
But we'll talk about the Snorkels too, maybe. So next time on EXPGamers, stay tuned. We're going to maybe talk about the stuff, maybe not. We don't know. But we'll see you guys next time.